picked up a very clever book because cleverness runs in the family. Her sister is...
Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman! Hysterical chick. And this is brilliant. I was thumbing through it in the back, and I was like, ah! So good. Just page 3 is right on the topic. I'm jumping ahead here, but whatever. I can't find page 3 because it's really like page 9, not my fault. The hairdresser.
Harper Collins.
Signs it's time to dump your hairdresser. Your smock's covered in dandruff, and it's not yours. With each snip of her scissors, she grunts like a female tennis player. She's still stuck in the 80s. Who wants a perm? When you walk in, her last appointment is leaving in tears. I have seen that one happen. That's not even a joke.
I was the girl in tears.
Oh,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah.
And you go in for a bang trim and leave an eyebrow short. just a little smattering of the brilliance. So, what made you write the dump all tell all?
I have to say I was terrified of confrontation. I just absolutely was a giant wuss. And I needed to change that. I mean, who wants to be a wuss their entire life? No one. So I decided I would do something about it. And so the obvious choice was go to a bookstore. There's got to be a book out there that will teach you how to break up with these other people, like your hairdresser or your therapist or your best friend. I mean, if there's 1,000 books out there that teach you how to dump your boyfriend, there has to be this book. And when I realized that there was no book, hello, I
light bulb!
Yeah. And I made it my mission to spend a year of my life and literally talk to anyone and everyone about breaking up with people. Experts,
Did we
professionals.
bring you the top in this field or what?
And I have to say I got lucky. I got lucky because I had Bob Harper, who's the trainer from The Biggest Loser, and he helped chime in about dumping your trainer. Thomas Mesereau, who's the Michael Jackson's attorney, and even Kato Kalin, who I had to interview him about how to dump a house guest.
That's awful.
It's funny, it's in the book, you'll read it, it's good.
Jenny, what was the hair that broke your camel's back?
Well, the worst experience I had was the time I went to my hairdresser and she dyed my hair, put my hair in the foils for highlights, and left me under the dryer, forgot to set the timer, and I was under there for at least 45 minutes, and I was asking every stylist, like, is my head supposed to be on fire? I literally felt like my hair was going to fall out. Luckily it didn't, but it was...
That must have hurt,
It was
too.
bad.
That stuff
it was
burns.
painful. It was painful for a couple of days after, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. And when I asked one of the other stylists, they said you were only supposed to be under there for about 20 minutes.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you really need help.
Yeah.
You need help.
I do.
Was there a part of you that decided, not to go back to her? Because I wouldn't go back to someone that...
You know what it was? Over the years, I had been going to her for about, 6 years, and I felt bad.
So you didn't want to upset your friendship?
I did.
Right.
I did. I felt bad. I just didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to break up with her. Yeah, basically.
Well, it's kind of ironic because she's sort of getting the hint now.
Yeah, she might.
So the number one thing preventing you from the breakup is obviously this personal relationship. So Jodyne, give us some baby steps here. What do you do?
Okay, well, my first question to you is, do you actually want to pursue this friendship outside of, if she's not your hairdresser, do you want to continue the friendship?
Definitely.
You
yeah,
do?
she's somebody who I've become friends with, so yeah, I would say yes.
So the first step with her is, in the book I say that you should emotionally disengage from your hairdresser. That's the first step. The second step is give her a warning. Let her know that things need to change, that she needs to set the timer, that she needs to cut your bangs a certain way. If you are asking for help to how to break up with her, the first thing I would do is I would go in, pay her a compliment, let her know that I think you're terrific, I totally want to be your friend, but as I've mentioned to you, I really need a hairdresser who can set the timer, who can cut those bangs even, and because that's not you, I need to see another hairdresser. And make it really short and sweet.
Okay.
You don't have to get into all these extraneous situations or, the tendency that women tend to do is they overtalk. They talk about everything under the sun, but what's... Yes.
You go on and on and on. Just be direct, be to the point, start out. I think that's great advice. Start out with a compliment, get them in a good space. Say, listen, I dig you as a friend, but I'm tired of redoing me after you do me. We're done in that area.
And say,
stick to it.
Yeah.